Hello, welcome to Friday. We're going to be carrying on with our work on vocabulary and descriptive language, again in preparation for building up to writing our own description of the Fire Fiend's cavern. And yesterday we spent some time refreshing our memories about coordinating conjunctions. Today we're going to have a little refresher of subordinating conjunctions. Remember, this was work you did on Wednesday, so we're just going over it again. So you can see here we've got I saw a wabab here, a little reminder of what all of those words are there. We're going to do the same thing we did yesterday. We're going to practice using some of these words verbally to talk about things that happen in the story or characters in the story. So I'm just going to show you a couple of sentences that I've written here, and we're going to read through them together. So you can either do this in your head or you can do it out loud with me on the screen. Until there was some light, Lila would have to feel her way with only her hands and feet to guide her. And then my next sentence, Lila's heart beat faster and faster until she finally reached the cavern. Now there's something the same about those sentences, and there's something that's different. There's a word that's used that's the same, but it's been used in a slightly different way. I wonder if you can spot it. Did you find it? So until is our subordinating conjunction, but in the first sentence it's been used at the beginning of the sentence here, and in the second sentence it's been used in the middle. So sometimes subordinating conjunctions can come at the beginning of our sentence, and sometimes they come in the middle. Okay, so sometimes they can add something, make our sentences begin in a more exciting way if we put them at the beginning. So what I'd like you to do today, while you're putting together some of those sentences using these words, and remember this is verbal, you don't have to write it down, can you have an experiment with changing the position of the subordinating conjunction in the sentence? Have an experiment, put it at the beginning, put it in the middle. Which one works best? Which one sounds more effective? Okay, so have a pause the video and have a go at doing that now. Okay, how did you get on? Hopefully quite good. Hopefully you found that by putting the subordinating conjunction at the beginning of your sentence, you could make your writing sound a little more effective. Okay, so the main task today is going to be sorting some new vocabulary which you're going to be given, and then using some of that vocabulary to write some descriptive sentences. Again, this is building us up towards writing our own description of the cave on Monday. Okay, so the instructions are on the sheet here. So these are all words that are used to describe fire and flames, and your job is going to be to sort them into categories. So things that would describe what you see when you're looking at fire or flames, the sound that they make, maybe the taste and the smell, the touch, and words that give human qualities to the flame and fire, flames and fire. So you have a choice about how you're going to do this. You can either simply make lists by writing, or you can cut the words out, put them into groups. It's up to you. So if I were to take this first word here, gleam, something gleaming, it's kind of shining out at me. So I know that I would put that under sight, because that would be what I would see, something I would see perhaps if I was looking at fire or flames. Okay. This word underneath here, bitter. Well, this might really describe, we don't really talk about a bitter smell. It would really be something taste. So we'd be able to taste the bitter smell of the smoke on our tongue. So I would put that word under taste. Okay. This word here, belch, is an interesting one. If you don't know what it means, it's basically another word for burp. And that could describe a sound that the fire and the flames are making, but it could also be a human quality, because that might be something that you would use to describe something a person was doing. So that's one of those words that could go under both, but I'm going to put it under human qualities, because I don't think you would normally describe something that's not a human as belching. So that's where I'm going to put it. Another word that I might put under that human qualities is this word here, malevolent. And possibly also hungry here, because that's giving something a human quality. So remember, if there are words that you're not quite sure what they mean, use a dictionary or use an online dictionary. Can't get my words out today. So that's part one. You're going to sort those words into the different categories. So pause the video now and then come back when you've done that. Okay. Okay, so hopefully you managed to get on okay with that task. Now comes the writing part. So you're going to use those words that you've sorted and you're going to put them together into some sentences. But there are two levels of difficulty here. So they're on the screen in front of you in case you're not quite sure. So if you want to simplify this task, you want to make it a bit easier, then you're going to take at least 2 words from each of those categories that you've just sorted your words into. And you're going to use these words in a sentence to describe the grotto in general. Okay, there's an extra challenge there. You're going to make sure that some of those sentences contain a conjunction and to use some fronted adverbials. Now, a little hint here, if you put those subordinating conjunctions at the beginning of the sentence, you will turn them into fronted adverbials. Okay, so you can use that ICE or a WUBUB sheet to help you to do this. Now, if you want to make this a bit more challenging for yourself, then you are still going to be writing sentences to describe the cavern, but you're going to be concentrating on describing different elements of it. So not just the cavern itself, but you're going to be thinking about the fire fiend, the fire imps, ghosts, and the cavern. Okay, so you're going to be taking those elements of the cavern and writing something about them. All right, so think about just characteristics of those particular characters. And then again, you're going to be thinking about using a range of conjunctions and putting some of those subordinating conjunctions at the front of your sentences. So you can use some of the work we did at the beginning of the lesson to help you to do this. So in summary, I'm wanting you to use some of the vocabulary you've just sorted in new sentences of your own to describe different parts of the cavern. And again, this is all in preparation for writing our own description on Monday. So try hard, even though it's Friday, it will pay off. Okay.